Hello, and we do say good day to you again this day of your time. It is our pleasure to meet you, and we thank you first of all for allowing this connection to open. For every time you connect with beings like ourselves, you do create a third reality through the blending of our frequencies. We both meet at a new harmonic level that is a new reality that allows for all of us to expand in our connection to all that is. And for this, we are deeply, yes, appreciative, yes. How are you doing today?
Good.
Very good. All right. So, let us begin first by allowing you all to come into a harmonic frequency with us more. Understand that beings like ourselves are always with you. When you come to access higher dimensions of reality, one of the first things you come to know is that everything is here and now. There is only one moment expressing itself in different dimensions of what you perceive as space and time, different dimensions of reality, and all can be accessed. All that you must do is allow yourself to feel and breathe in that energy, that vibration, and notice how that changes your own consciousness, your own thoughts, your own sensual perceptions, you could say, your own imagination. And as you allow your imagination to be like the vessel that carries you to this new reality, many new energies can come. So this tool we share with you is one you can always use as a meditation, as a connective tool, as a reminder to yourself that you are connected, simply for 1 second, to visualize this crystal column of light. Yes, a crystal column of light that surrounds your body. And it is an infinite column. It goes down to the center of the earth, and it goes up to the center of your galaxy. Through this crystal column of light flows liquid crystal light that connects every dimension as it travels. First, bring your point of focus to your heart, for here in your heart is where you allow for that telepathic connection to emerge through your own feelings, your own sense that there is a presence connecting with you, much like another person, another being connecting with you here in your heart. You can know that we are one. Feeling your heart is deeply connected to this center of your galaxy, far up beyond. In its center is a supermassive black hole, which you will come to discover is like a portal into every other galaxy and every other universe. Simply imagine it, get a sense of what it is like, way up there, and allow for a shower, or a waterfall, or a rain shower, however you prefer to picture it for yourself. Pouring down through your crystal column of light, descending into your crown chakra. With it, it carries many other energies from many stars connected to your sun, from your own sun and your moon, falling down into your crown, and trickling down your spine, opening this channel of light through your body, moving through your whole physical body and around your physical body, and coming to rest in your heart, where you can feel that this energy coming from above is love. It's a high expression of love that allows you to come to know all of yourself. And again, now take this energy to ground it into your physical reality, the world that you walk upon. Feel the energy going deeper as it moves through your body, to your feet and to your spine, the base of it, yes, where you are sitting, where roots of light grow down to the center of the earth. And as they go through the crystals and minerals and metals and the water and the magma to reach that molten hot core of your earth. is glowing, it is vibrant, it is very pressurized. It is beating like its own heart, sending to you a frequency that you can receive in your own heart. As you walk about your earth, feeling its heartbeat, connecting with the plants that are also receiving its heartbeat, taking those plants in even. Your earth's heart is alive in you. And as you take the time to ground these higher frequencies into your earth, you bridge the worlds, as you are here to do. So allow for that earth energy to come, rise back up into your heart. And as it comes into your heart, picture a figure 8 on its side, that symbol for infinity. And see it sending waves up and down. This figure 8 symbol, infinity, stretching to the center of the earth, the center of the galaxy, through your tube of light, allowing for the energies to flow effortlessly. And remember that these energies are always flowing. You are always connected. Whether you feel it or not, it's simply a matter of how much you allow or resist that connection that is innate. You are hardwired to channel in this way living light energy. All right, yes. We see you are well connected now, so thank you. And we can begin with your reflections, with your questions, if you would call them that. Anything that you would like to share with us, we will do our best to reflect to you so that you can come into an even deeper connection in this way, in your own heart, to all that is beyond.
Curious as to my connection with my parents, with my mother and father.
Yes. What about that connection?
Beyond this life.
Beyond this life?
Yeah. If we could start with my father.
All right. Though you do know that all of those other lifetimes you could question are occurring right now, yes. Let's start there.
Yes.
So, most of you, when you connect with your family, you have many of those parallel soul connections. And when we say a parallel soul connection, it is such that there are many other aspects of your oversoul that are occurring right here and now, yet appear to you in different moments of time and space. And as you change in your focus and your development, you draw different energies from those different lifetimes. So the lifetimes that you have with another given individual are always changing. And this is how different roles that you play for people as well change. So as you were very young, many lifetimes in which your father, we could say, was also your parent, began to awaken in both of your consciousnesses. There was a remembrance, as there is with most parent and child relationships. And as you came to grow, there were many other sorts of relationships that began to reflect. Even relationships in which you were the parent of your own father, and relationships in which you were some sort of a teacher figure to your father. So, again, as you evolve and change, different lifetimes will be energized. And you are also drawing some information from connections that are extraterrestrial in their nature.
And so I guess that includes my relationship with my mother as well.
Yes. Some of those relationships in other lifetimes, you were all belonging to the same family. Some of them you were just with one of those figures. Some of them you were even lovers with who are now your parents.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Yes. Though it is very common.
Yeah. And I'm curious about the the state of my mother and her health right now.
All right. And what health issues is she experiencing?
If you ask her, she would say none.
All right.
Her mother has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, my grandmother.
Yes.
And she is still alive, and although she's in and out of this realm, I believe.
Yes.
I'm witnessing similarities in my mother, and a part of me is very worried and another part of me really trusts, but the larger part of me really wants to help her, and I'm wondering how I can best be of service.
Well, this disease known as the Alzheimer's is caused largely energetically due to a sort of dissociation from one's patterns, from one's pain, when one does not know how to process them or does not have the support systems or the belief systems that would allow for one to go through those emotions, to release them. The energetic process is then to dissociate from them to the point of losing all memory and ability to engage in the world. So at that level, to really engage with her consciously in the pain that she may try to avoid, and instead helping her to move in the direction of that pain, to view it, to observe it, to experience it in a way that is therapeutic, would help her become more present, and she would not then drift off so much. Now as well, the physical side effect and physical cause at that level would be much inflammation. So to include many different supplements, many of which you know of already, that do reduce inflammation in the brain, inflammation in the body, would help postpone that sort of experience for her.
Is there one particular supplement that comes to you in this moment?
Most certainly turmeric, as you know.
Yes. Okay. And then I would like to just ask about actually, I feel I already know my connection to my sister beyond this life. And I'm really curious about my niece. Auburn Journey is her name.
Yes.
And the gift that she's here to bring, and her purpose of coming into my family in this moment.
We can say as much as that she is bringing in that new frequency that is much more immersed in unconditional love, much more closely connected to Source. And many in this new generation are not accepting of certain levels of conditioning that they are being influenced to accept. So this will again help many people to break free of those conditionings themselves. Of her gifts that are to come, we cannot say specifically, for that would affect your own process of engaging with her. Instead, you must allow her to discover that on her own accord in an authentic way. And you can do that best by being who you truly are.
And my nephew that is not physically here yet, but his name is Everest Gray.
Yes.
Is there anything you can say about him?
Much of the same ideas apply, yes.
Okay.
They will have a good synergy together that will amplify the power that they have in influencing those around them. They will be aware of this. It will be very fun for them.
sister's health during this time in her pregnancy. I'm just wondering if everything is going smoothly and if there's any actions that she could take to help her through this process.
Is she experiencing some challenge?
At the moment, no. But I'm curious as to my own intuition tells me that some parts of her lifestyle aren't necessarily aligned or the best, but again, this is my own judgment.
Yes. Though it is what she knows, she is doing what she believes to be best. And as you allow for yourself to be authentic and share with her that information that you believe would help her without an insistent energy, some of that will rub off on her.
Thank you.
Yes. And as you know, you cannot force anyone to accept new energy, new information, new behaviors until they are at a place where they truly believe in a deep way that they are helpful to them. So you may be correct in seeing that your practices, your behaviors, your intake of various kinds is of a higher vibration. Yet to force that onto another reinforces where they are at. It reinforces the belief in them that what they are doing is right.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, express your great enthusiasm about how these things affect you and how it helps you.
Yeah. This is how it's been going. It's been really, really great, actually.
Yes. Yeah. In time, they will catch up. Yeah. Though, again, you may be much further ahead in some regard. Yet at the same time, when you connect to the level at which all is one, it does not matter.
Mm-hmm. This brings me to something else, actually, because I had for a while a belief in young souls and old souls, and I just received some information that from this linear perspective we can view it in this way, but all is one and all that exists, and there is no time, so it's always been in existence, that there really is no old or young. It's going into the state of enlightenment, and then from that point of enlightenment wanting to forget again, so we can come back into this idea of being young.
Yes. Every soul in its nature is eternal. It is only the body that experiences the time dilemma. So souls may be at different vibrational frequencies and use the experience of an incarnate lifetime to increase that frequency. Though the level of frequency has nothing to do with time, and again, because you are not moving in a direct way from one life to another, when you leave your body, you are rather experiencing the simultaneity in a more direct way of every lifetime and every soul aspect as part of a greater conglomeration. And from that experience, there is no before or after. It is simply now.
Aho.
Yes. Aho. That's what you say.
Yeah, I just want to ask if your kind is operating on the same frequency as like plant medicines, or?
Oh, no. No.
Oh.
If our kind?
Like the Pleiadians?
No. We are at a much higher frequency than the vibration offered than the plant teachers in your world. we do not eat. Do you understand? We do not consume anything.
Okay.
We do not even drink water. Now, on some occasion, we have the illusionary experience of taking in an energy from something semi-vital, semi-physical in that way, though it is only for pleasure. It is only a sort of vibrational transference. We do not need to consume anything of that nature, though we have evolved through understanding the power of the plant kingdom. And at one point in time, we did work with those plants in our evolution, though different plants from our world and reality. And we did help to bring the first sort of cannabis-type plant to your world very long ago.
And does this cannabis plant does it have a lot of like control over humans?
Yes, it can, though it doesn't have to. It is in a way a very extremely loving plant, in the sense that it wants to get very, very close to you. And those who experience a sort of codependence will have the opportunity to play that out with the plant itself.
And maybe one more question. Am I going in the right direction in my life at the moment?
Sometimes. Because again, in every nanosecond, you are shifting through many infinite parallel realities, billions. And so every time your vibration changes, you are a new person in a new reality. So, well, in your wording, there's also a bit of a discrepancy we have, and that is that there is no right or wrong direction. There are frequencies that bring you to create a reality that is reflective of your highest potential, you could say. Frequencies that are in alignment with that higher level of unconditional love. And when you are connected to that love, it expresses itself in your body as excitement, as passion, as joy. And that frequency then can activate you to act in the way that brings you to feel a deeper connection to that feeling of love. When you do that, regardless of what you are doing, you are in the highest potential path that is accessible to you. And when you are not doing that, then you are wavering off and creating a reality that is not truly reflective of what is your highest excitement, what is your highest potential. Yet all of you tend to waver back and forth, and sometimes you are truly acting on your excitement, and sometimes a belief system gets in the way that causes you to act in a way that is not representative of what is really exciting for you. And in those moments we would say, from this sort of definition, then you are on the wrong path, but you get back on the right path right away, if you allow it. You see?
Yes. No, thank you.
Yes. Our thanks to you as well.
I would like to ask about my relationship that I'm in right now.
Yes.
And our connection.
Yes. Go right ahead.
I don't know if I have much more question than that. I feel very deeply connected to my partner. And I'm wondering, I guess, what our connection is also preceding this life and before.
Well, again, we can't really answer this question in the way that you want us to, because you are shifting between many different realities. You are always drawing in energies from different lifetimes. So at points you have been connected to those sorts of lifetimes from what you would describe as mystery schools of the past that have used that sexual energy for spiritual purposes. Some of those connections are still forming, and you are shifting between different sorts of expressions of that. And as that occurs, you take in different energies from this so-called past. You are also connecting in a way to these other lifetimes, again, of an extraterrestrial nature. And those connections will deepen as you both choose to tune into that frequency and allow it to guide you.
What extraterrestrial races is he connected to?
Arcturian? Syrian?
We recently met a sister who told us of our past lives together, and also with her, and I'm wondering how much truth there is to the stories.
Yes, they are true. Though you can also shift out of that connection. That is a fleeting connection. And so, do you really know what we mean when we say that in every moment you can have a different past life?
Yes.
And you may connect with this friend again, and she can describe to you a different past life that you had, and that experience as well is a true reality that you are taking in energy from for the purpose of that constellation at that moment.
Yeah, this resonates.
So do trust the information, of course, and know that it is a translation as well, and that it has the potential to change at any moment.
Does this mean that I've been human many times?
Not you in that sense, but your soul energy at that oversoul level has manifested into human form and is doing that right now. So you must take away all of these distortions in your knowledge of the incarnational process that stem from your linear perspective. And as you can really first perceive that it is all here and now, you will have a clear understanding, a clear experience of what those various soul aspects mean and how you can use their energy.
Do you have any guidance on how Dan and I might be able to work together to best serve the relationship and the greater good of all?
What are your shared excitements?
Like, I don't know what aren't our shared excitements.
Well, all of them are part of it. Those experiences together that fill you with that great love, that great passion, are the truest expressions of yourselves to offer to reality.
And so, for instance, when we are guiding medicine ceremonies, do
Yes.
you have any suggestions on how we can best serve the participants in the medicine in the space? Are there any particular rituals or...
The ones that excite you the most. We understand we are being redundant, though we hope you get the point.
Yeah.
And as you learn how to connect deeper with your own connections at this extraterrestrial level, as you call it, and at levels beyond, you can channel those energies into the space during your ceremonies with your voice, with simply your presence and your intention. You can allow those energies to work with those you are serving in that way.
Yeah, I have maybe one question.
Yes, yes.
Like lately, I have been feeling this connection with something. I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Can you maybe tell me it's something else than Santa Maria that I have been connecting to? It's something else.
No, you are correct in your idea that it is an expression of Santa Maria, as you call it, or Saint Mary, the mother figure, which is itself an expression of the divine feminine energy and in the form of the mother. So this form of expression is one of nurture, to immerse your own self in that complete unconditional love is a great gift that you are developing through this connection. And this is the entity you are connecting with, the Mother Mary or the Santa Maria, though there are many other expressions of this divine feminine energy that are linked to it that will also allow for you to connect to them as well. One such being Isis. And as you allow more of this energy, your own experience of the feminine internally will also expand to help you receive love in more clear and more harmonious ways without any resistance. And this process is one of allowing for that resistance to dissolve. Any doubt that you experience is a form of that resistance. So do trust in your own ability to allow for these energies to integrate in your system in your own way, and know that it does refine itself. The doubt, on the other hand, slows that process of self-refining, you could say. And simply holding space for that, allowing that unconditional love to, as well, surround that doubt, will clear it in very simple ways.
Thank you.
Yes, we do thank you.
I drink very little water.
You drank very little water?
I drink.
Yes.
In general.
All right. And do you feel dehydrated?
I don't feel dehydrated.
All right.
I drink when I'm thirsty.
Yes.
And I trust in that. And yet
Yes.
I have many other beautiful beings who care about me, who tell me, when they see I go days without having a sip of water, that I need to drink more water.
Are you drinking tea?
Not so often.
Are you eating fruits?
Yes.
All right. That is actually an even better way to hydrate your body.
So I'm all good.
If you feel good,
Okay.
trust that.
Okay. I trust in that.
All right.
And I'm wondering what our connection is here in this room.
What do you suppose it is?
The one coming together to experience itself and co-creating this magical experience.
Yes, most certainly. That is what all connections are. Even as you pass someone in the street, that is a soul level agreement for you to transfer some degree of energy that is reflecting in one way or another the reality of oneness to you. So allow for each connection to be very significant and see yourself in the other. And see as well what brings you to express yourself in distinct and unique ways, as the gifts the other has awakens the potential for transformation within you. So here today in this room, you are again reflecting to each other many different aspects. The ability to connect to these higher levels is being awakened within all of you here, and you are as well expressing to each other unique aspects that, without even thinking about it, start to integrate in your system. Though by bringing more conscious awareness to the gifts everyone has for each other, you can integrate them at deeper levels, consciously. And we would say you are certainly supporting the channel and this energy of acceptance.
And what is your connection to the channel?
Well, we are a being from the Pleiadian world around the star Alcyon. You could say 4,000 years in your future. We are coming from a point of the tipping point, you could say, of becoming non-physical. And in this way, we are the highest expression available that still expresses itself to some degree of physicality. The channel, like you all, have many different soul aspects that are, from your perspective, extraterrestrial in their origin. And the channel has brought in many different energies from our world, other soul aspects that are different from the one currently working through the channel, to help strengthen that connection, to help open that bridge more. And at a certain point, yes, this being that speaks now, who experiences what you could call a collective consciousness level, as in our world, we have a direct telepathic connection with every other member of our world, and what you would use to understand energies such as the news or anything of that nature that communicates information is instantaneous. We instantaneously know the changes in everyone else's vibration and their consciousness, and how all beings in our world are relating to the greater picture out there. For we are, again, exploratory beings. We like to go to many different reaches of the universe to help our understanding expand and to be of service to those other realms in their evolution. And that is why we are here.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, it is our thanks to you for allowing us to be in your reality.
Do we gain anything from this experience?
Yes, we evolve. We see that light of source reflected through your experience, through your beingness, as all beings are expressions of that source. So all beings at every level, we can use in a way to receive that reflection, to expand, and we as well offer this loving service that is actually what allows for all beings to expand in their connection to source the most. As when you help or serve another, you are creating a very strong connection. You are seeing them as part of yourself. And in doing so, you immerse yourself in that frequency of source, of oneness. So really every time you serve genuinely in that unconditional way, you expand your own connection to that giving, loving source that you are.
Do you have any tips how to connect with unconditional love?
Well, this energy, this entity you are working with, is teaching you that. So you can use that connection to learn about this energy. And you can then practice extending that field of energy that you are receiving to those around you, and around you both physically and at a great distance, by imagining and creating a connection perhaps with people that you love very much at first, as they are easy teachers of unconditional love. They help you ground in that frequency. And then by imagining perhaps those that challenge you, that harden you a bit more, and coming to see them as part of yourself. coming to that level of connection with Source that shows you that all is one in a field of connectivity. And as you connect to them, while connected to that source of unconditional love, you can allow for that energy to transfer to them. And as well, this strengthens your own connection to unconditional love. It allows you to hold a very stable frequency. As again, this unconditional love is beyond polarity. It is the force that integrates polarity. So in your world, there is an expression of love that seeks to be good, that gives because it knows that giving is good, and it prefers to be good rather than bad. And this form of love is actually an expression of, in a way, a negative energy, because it disconnects one from seeing oneself as those that are perceived as bad by their choice to not do those things that are perceived as good. So you must be able to see even those who do bad from your human perspective as part of all that is. And because they are part of all that is, they are in that way unconditionally loving in their own way that is a distorted expression in your physical dimension. Yet nonetheless, it is an expression of that higher degree of unconditional love. And this understanding may take some time because it is by its nature paradoxical, as that is what wakes you up out of your limited perception in your physical reality.
This might be going along the same flow of his question.
All right.
But can you perhaps share some tools with how to harness gratitude?
Yes, yes. One moment. Gratitude is that energy that expands your ability to express unconditional love in your world. So you can experience great gratitude for the things that you again believe are good. Yet the mastery of gratitude comes from seeing the good in what is not good from your subjective perspective. So in seeing the ways that those things that you don't prefer serve the greater good, you can allow yourself to maintain a state of appreciation towards reality at all times. Now, even say if your car would break down in the middle of the road, far from anyone, there is an opportunity in that experience. And it is a matter of, in a way, programming yourself to see how this experience benefits you. It could be as simple as it gives you a moment to think. It gives you a moment to walk out and talk to the trees. And if you can find gratitude for that and not use that gratitude to push away the frustration, simply accept that frustration as part of your polar experience. Yet within the polar experience, opt towards what is bringing gratitude through choice, not through avoidance. You allow yourself to ground into gratitude in a way. So, in a way, when you can even make a list, if you would, of all of the things that trigger you, as you say, and find what the hidden blessing is within them, you can practice that ability to have an unconditional expression of love through gratitude. Anything more you would like to share with us at this time?
Can't think of anything.
All right.
There was something, and it's, I believe it's left me now, so.
All right.
Well, I have maybe a tough question.
Oh, yes. How exciting.
It's about the animals on this planet.
Yes.
And if we should be like eating them and like using them as products, or if we should like be their shepherd instead, or like a companion.
Yes. Well, naturally you humans are also animals and have evolved to a critical choice point in the direction you would wish to go. Do you take from others in order to serve yourselves, or do you serve others? And this choice point determines if you evolve in a positive way or in a negative way. So the conditioning to play out that pattern of serving oneself and taking from others is not wrong or bad from sources or our perspective. It is simply the necessary balance point to allow for harmony and contrast to manifest throughout the universe. So it is not wrong in that sense, though it does, in a way, bring one further down that track of serving oneself and taking from others. So you can, in a way, accept those who do not choose, or if it is you who chooses to eat meat, in that sense, accept that as a valid choice, and one that does allow for a certain degree of vitality that many of you find hard to grasp and maintain until the sort of conditioning programs that draw you in the direction of eating meat are cleared away. So in that way you cannot fight what you are drawn to, though you can water the seeds of that compassion and that willingness to find another way to make it work. Now understand that your bodies are changing very quickly, though your bodies do acclimatize to diets. And simply the fact of changing a diet, even if it is to a diet that is better, is a bit of a dance. It requires your body to detox quite a bit sometimes. And so we really say, follow what excites you, listen to what excites you. And if you are on that path of positive ascension, you will eventually lose the desire for those meat products. It is possible, however, to live in a way that you can receive some of the byproducts of animals to varying degrees without harming them, though the amount to which this would be beneficial to you and to the animals and to your planet means that it would be a minimal consumption of those such products. That would also change the way that you engage with these animals, because again, the pattern of violence imprints a certain energy into even these animal byproducts, you could say. So, overall, while what we share is complex, the greatest message here is to listen to your own body and listen to what is genuinely exciting for you. And know that as you raise your frequency, your preferences in time will also change. Not to judge others for their choices is key in allowing yourself to have the most clear experience of genuine unconditional love, which imparts the genuine gift of total free will.
Beautiful. Can you speak a little bit about dreams?
Yes, what about them? They are an experience that you are having of your own soul in a higher dimensional octave. And so they serve many different purposes, some of which are there for you to meet those other higher dimensional beings. And sometimes they are simply experiences that allow you to process the emotional energy pent up in your own psyche. As you know, as you come to recall your dreams with more clarity, you can use them with choice to connect to those higher dimensional realms more frequently.
And so this is something I've been working with?
Yes.
There is one place where I continue to go in my dreams, although I haven't been there in several weeks.
Yes.
And I can best describe it as a water world.
Yes. Does it feel like it is from your own planet or from further away?
Not from this planet, for sure.
So, have you met any beings there?
Yes. But not that I can give a physical description to.
All right. Well, from what we see, it is a connection to Sirius that is forming in a deeper way. There are aquatic beings there, salamander-like in their nature, of a very high point of evolution, the highest potential in the galaxy, yes? So they are teachers for all of the different beings from this galaxy, and they have a very powerful frequency that's quite calming and allows you to experience the ridges between the dimensions and see them all as one in that way. That watery quality allows for a greater sense of connection, expansion through the vibrations that ripple through the water. Energies are received in deeper levels, in deeper ways. It is an emotional energy that allows for those deeper aspects of yourself to emerge, to transform.
Yeah, when I've been there, I've actually never been underwater.
Yes.
Or very rarely have I gone into the water.
Why not?
Because there are like metallic, like boardwalks, I could call them, that are all above the water.
Yes.
With various buildings of metallic nature.
Yes. Though much of the deeper work literally happens beneath the water.
Yeah.
And trust that the beings there will support you in being able to maintain yourself underwater for longer periods of time.
Yeah, in my dream state, I typically have, I talk with many brothers and sisters about this, and I'm flying a lot in my dreams, so I very rarely have underwater dreams.
Yes.
Is there a reason for that, or?
Well, you are flying high.
Yeah.
Connecting with that ethereal, expansive nature that the sky, the air brings, and this deeper underwater nature will allow you to delve deeper into your subconscious, as the air allows you to go to your superconscious. Yes.
Is there any blockages that you can clearly see in my field or in my chakras?
Yes. One moment. We first come, yes, to your heart here. And again, the energies you are working with are helping this center expand. You can trust that this is occurring in its own way. And as you bring conscious awareness to it, it will accelerate. Some of this blockage we see around the right side of your heart, in the back, kind of. And some refer to this area as your spiritual heart. And as it opens to unconditional love, it balances the polarity of the strong force of your physical heart on the left side. Further down, we see some energetic blockage that could manifest into reality in your left leg. Though, again, as you open more to this unconditional love, you will then have the power to ground a more feminine energy into reality. And as you allow for that energy to be expressed through you, this energy itself will also clear. It is also connected to an area a bit in the front of your second chakra. And here it is about allowing that love energy to express as a powerful desire, as a powerful passion for your physical reality. So the more you allow for that expression to move through you, and allow yourself to not question those things that you are drawn towards, to literally, yes, trust your gut impulses, and allow for that creative communication to occur between your gut impulse, between the passion in your heart, and the logic and reason of the mind. Allow all of those things to come together and creatively communicate, and not make one more important than the other. This will synergize. So you know what it feels like to listen to your heart. You know what it feels like to make sound choices. And it is time to also know what it feels like to listen to what your body has to say and has to bring into the equation. And this will allow for a more, in a way, liberated experience, a more free experience, a more grounded experience that is not grounded in the way of being very structured and methodical. It is grounded in the way of being vital, connected to the primal force within you and within your earth.
Thank you.
Yes. Now as well, there is one final blockage that we would bring to the surface now. And of course, all of you have many nuances in your energy systems. So when we are discussing these ideas of blockages, first of all, they are not necessarily blocked. They are simply energy configurations that are about to change because the way that they have been structured no longer serves where you are going next. So do not be so insistent about your own process of clearing. Understand that you are always evolving, and never in this lifetime will you be done with this process. So the last thing we would like to say at this moment is a bit in the back of your neck. Again, this connects to everything, the back of your heart as well. And this area is the channeling chakra. You are beginning to send powerful energies to this area now with your connections with the entities or the spirits, or however you describe them in your way. And this center is about to open in more expansive ways, and you will ground that by doing what we have said, allowing yourself to open to unconditional love, and listening to your body and grounding your feminine expression into form in some way. So this blockage in the back of your neck, the channeling chakra, is an energy configuration that almost everyone on your planet has, because you have not conditioned yourself to allow for other entities of a different dimensional nature to enter your reality. And as you begin to do that more, this center will activate. For everyone, how this occurs is a little bit different, but you can imagine it is as if someone literally steps in the back door, steps into this area in the back of your neck, and from that point, its energy descends down your spine and integrates with your whole system. So it is like a total possession, yes, that you may go into when you enter into a channeling state, though at this time you can trust that you will have choice in the matter and you will be able to stop the process at any time. It will affect your consciousness in many different ways. So trust that and allow yourself to know when it is too much. You will feel ready to stop and ready to do something more mundane. And there is, again, no better or worse. It is really a matter of allowing that impulse in your heart to guide you and knowing that the connections that are forming are always available and always active. It is just a matter as if you focus upon them or not.
Can I ask if you see any, for lack of better words, blockages or imbalances in my upper chakras?
We wouldn't say it's in your chakra system itself, no. It is more that part of your body is overactive. So we wouldn't describe it as a blockage in that way, no. It is simply coming to balance between this upper part of your body, the more mental and emotional, heart-connected area, to the more physical, grounded parts of you. Yes.
And another question that came up for me was, you had mentioned that my partner and I were a part of perhaps like a mystery school with sexuality, and I'm wondering, because we have beautiful, ecstatic, blissful experiences together, if there are any tools or any particular practices that you might invite us to try to explore more.
Yes, using sound during that sexual experience and using the power to visualize your preferred realities allows you to direct that energy more, dropping more deeply into the presence of your body you are quite aware of. So continue that as well as exploring the ability to channel that energy into sound and into vision. There are certain practices that originate from what you call the Essene tradition that could be of assistance to you.
And where could I find more information about the Essene?
It will come to you naturally as you look.
Okay.
One thing we could suggest is this idea of a book called the Magdalene Manuscript from Tom Kenyon, or channeled by him. It is another connection to that Mary energy, which seems to be a theme today.
This is the second time that book was recommended to me, so I will take it as a
All right.
sign.
2 times the charm then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. And with that, we would invite you now to again connect with your breath, to again connect with that pillar of light, column of crystalline liquid light around your body, connecting you through all the dimensions so that you inhabit as a soul. Allowing that energy to again concentrate in your heart and build. And as you breathe deeply and slowly, feel how wide can you expand that energy in your heart. Can it fill your body? Can it fill this room? Can it fill your planet? And even your solar system and beyond. Come to experience as your heart as the center point of the known universe. As you come to receive that understanding that all that is beyond can be experienced, can be expressed in your unique way, in your own heart. Allow your heart to be that navigating device that shows you what frequencies to bring forward, to bring towards you, to follow. And know that as you do that, the rest is simply organized in the most perfect way for you to grow and expand in the best way that you can. And we are here with you, sending our own impulse to your heart in every step of the process, as well as your own guides, who have a very specific purpose for you in each moment that you come to meet them. We thank you again for allowing this interaction to occur in this way. It has been a great, wonderful way for us to expand as well. And we do wish you then a very beautiful evening of your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you guys feeling?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.